Oh, Nico. Oh, Nico.
Speak on it.
Oh, Nico.
Call that boy out. Call that man out.
Oh, Nico.
Get him.
Oh, my God. I didn't think it could get any worse. I knew it was going to be bad. I knew tonight had a chance to be bad. I really did. I thought maybe Dallas is as healthy as possible. Kyrie obviously is not back, but AD's back. Gafford's back. They got their Lively's back. They got a lot of their guys back. They've been playing pretty well. They made it to the play-in. I thought this I knew it was going to be tough because Luka's coming back for Nico. I knew it was going to be tough. But damn. Like and subscribe. Please head to our YouTube channel. Right. Like and subscribe right now. Foolish Club Media. This is the Nightly Fix. Every Sunday through Thursday, 10 o'clock, we go live right here. And do you have Nico in this walk? This is Nico. Please give me Nico Harrison. This is Nico Harrison, the fool, the downright fool. Oh, unbutton the jacket, idiot. Unbutton the jacket.
Damn it. I'm so stupid.
What'd you say?
Stupid. I feel so stupid. Oh,
hey,
God.
he's so hot. He's so hot. Nobody want to get near him. Security, and I hope he's got security. Right? He had to endure it all tonight. He got the fire. He got the fire Nico chance. He got the thank you, Luka. Yeah. We miss you chance.
They raised ticket prices after they traded Luka.
Well, you unbutton that.
Look. My favorite part is the hands in the pockets. He's just like, I just don't know what to do with my hands right now. Like, I'm so fucked. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just gonna. I don't want them to see me shake. So I'm just gonna.
I didn't know he had the hands in the pockets. He's gonna go the hands in the pockets. Is he wearing Skechers? My man is in a bad place. Listen, this is the walk after Luka. You traded him because he like a little hookah. He drink a few beers. He does his thing. You like him because of that, and you wanted to trade him, and now this fool come into your building. Y'all do a nice tribute video. He's crying in the video or crying on the bench. Just let you know, hey, I was never gonna leave. I was never gonna leave. I was gonna stay here. And then he came and ripped your ass right out of your butt. 45 points is what he gave. 45 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. I am certain he led the Lakers in all categories of points, rebounds, and assists. And he had 31 at the half. He came out, ready to go. Whoever had that point total, I thought was a tad high at 30 and a half. Hell, I thought it was a little high. I said, yo, chill on that. No, man, my man said, no, I'm going to go ahead and take her that 30 and a half at the break, baby. 45. And then if it didn't get any worse, the man that he traded him for, the man that he said, hey, we want to be defense. We want to really make a mission of defense. We feel like AD is the type of player that we need. 13 damn points. 13 damn points. And 11 rebounds. I want to sell you short. 13 and 11 to Luka's 45. Man, I hope Nico has security with his ass. In fact, if I was security, I'd say walk your ass home, Nico. If I'm a Dallas fan, I wouldn't even do my job. You kiss my ass, Nico. 45 at every point. Like there had to be somebody just turning, looking at Nico every time he hit one. Every time he hit a three right in their ass, just look at him. I mean, Nico's out of control, man.
You know he felt the eyes of the entire stadium on the back of his neck the entire time, just like sitting there, just this motherfucker here. This motherfucker here. This motherfucker here. This motherfucker here.
Like,
this motherfucker
oh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, Osita. That has got to be the line.
This
That's got
motherfucker
to be
here.
the line.
This
Like,
motherfucker here. How dare? And then to show a video, to be like, oh, hey, yeah, we miss you, Luka. We miss you. Oh, look at him. Look at how good you were for the city. And then what did we do? We got rid of your ass. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now you're back. And now, I mean, I would have to, like, honestly, out of spite, I feel that him dropping 45 is the kind of petty I like. That's the kind of petty. That is the Petty LaBelle, Tom Petty I like to hear, dude. I like to see shit like that. Someone be like, man, fuck you, make a video of me.
Well, see, I was hoping, sir, I was hoping he'd get 5 more. Just an even 50. And even
he was never not gonna go nuts tonight. Like that was a giving.
I don't know, Serda, because I know he's not Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler went back to Miami and they had a weird thing and he scored 10. But 45?
And I know it took him like when he got traded, because it was like the shock of actually being traded. Like he had a couple of rough games while he was getting his feet underneath him and trying to wrap his head around everything. Like, but he's a 26-year-old superstar who's a generational player. And outside of Jokic, like Luka's the number 1 player in the league. I think that you would be like, yeah, I want to attach myself to this guy right now because he is that special. And that's why it was such a shock when they randomly traded him on a Saturday night and everybody was asleep because it was like 11:30 at night on a Saturday. And this is the most boneheaded thing that we've ever seen in professional sports. And to see it manifest this way and unravel this way is something special. Tonight was a special night in sports history, unlike almost anything that we have ever seen.
He said for this to manifest the way it did, tonight was a special sport. Listen, Serda, you're going to have to play 2 parts on this. They were in Dallas, and I think you were right on the money, Osita. It had to have been so many black folks in there trying to find out where he was. This motherfucker right here. Every time Luka. Now, Steve, I need you to play 2 parts because they are in Texas. Now, Steve, what do you think if the black folks are saying this motherfucker here to Nico? Steve, what do you think the Hispanic people were saying to Nico, and what do you think the white people were saying? Because I there's nothing better. The black folks looking up there trying to find his ass in that box, and if somebody saw him in whatever little hall he was standing in, they stared and look at this motherfucker Nico here. What do you think the Hispanic population and the white people were saying?
I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't want to overstep here. Like, yes, I am Mexican. Yes, I am the resident Hispanic on this show, I suppose. But
and white.
For the most part, everybody treats me like I'm a white person. And I don't speak Spanish. But I would imagine it was a lot of like chinga tu madre.
Yeah, thank you. I was about to say the same thing.
Nico Harrison.
I was about to say pinche tu madre a la chingada. Like, just get him. Just get him. Light his ass up real quick, bro.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means fuck your mother.
Yeah. I work in a lot of kitchens. That's what they say. It's the Mexican version of just like fuck, but they say the whole sentence. Like it's always fuck your mother.
Say fuck your mother and to hell with it.
And then the white folks, fuck me, Nico. Fuck me, Nico.
It's like I can't overstate it. Not only did they trade that, so I guess Dirk is probably the best player in franchise history because Dirk got the title and Dirk is an all-time great or whatever.
Yes.
But Luka, in terms of what Luka did in his short time in the NBA after being drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, like Luka has the potential to be like, oh, he's going to surpass Dirk. He's going to be one of the greatest players we've ever seen. His ability to go out and score, defense, not something that we even need to get into, but his ability to put up points and put up numbers and rack up stats, he has potential to be one of the greatest NBA players that we've ever seen. And he's only 26 years old. And they traded him away for pennies on the dollar. And then not only that, raised their season ticket prices after they traded him, as if anyone else was going, as if anybody who is a Dallas Mavericks fan was going to be like, no, you know what? I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm buying into the vision.
Yeah, buy while it's low, dude.
Likes to have gears and he's not in shape, but when he's out of shape, he can still go drop 50 and get a triple-double at ease.
We're to the point where Nico is getting blamed. Nico's getting blamed for things that isn't even Nico. Like, I don't believe that raising the ticket prices thing was Nico at all, but he's getting blamed for that. That's Nico all day. He is catching the strays for that all day is Nico. And it ain't even his thing. And he deserves every bit of it.
If I was a Mavericks fan, I'd be blaming Nico for global warming, the drop in the stock market, the bunion I have on my toe. I'd be blaming him for everything, bro. Like, he is the fall guy for everything now. It's his fault. I love that he had to do that walk of shame because he deserved every awkward step that involved.
Could you imagine like a Rockets fan, like if you had a player like Luka and doing that, like any fan, like can you imagine the Chiefs trade away Patrick Mahomes in his prime because they were like, you got a dad bod, Patrick. We don't love that. We don't like
your brother.
Yeah. Your brother's annoying. Your dad gets DUIs. Your mom's got iffy politics, and you got a dad bod. And we question how much Coors Light you drink.
Hey, man. Hey. While we're here, by the way, Mahomes was in the building. Luka stopped the interview. This is how I knew how big Mahomes was. Luka stopped the interview he was about to start with ESPN and Lisa Salters to go ahead and dap up and give Patrick Mahomes a hug. And then Mahomes was escorted, him and Brittany was escorted right out. As we sit here on It Just Gets Worse for Nico Day.
I like that. That's a good name.
How pissed do you think, now that, as you said it, iffy politics from Patrick's mother, how pissed, and maybe you'll need to help Osita out by putting a picture of this gentleman up on the screen, Serda. But how pissed do you think Randy Mahomes, which is Patrick Mahomes' mother, how pissed do you think her parents were when she brought that one home? When she chose that one to be the one that is going to be the father of their grandchildren? How pissed do you, if you think about, as you said, her iffy politics, when she brought in Patrick Mahomes Sr. I mean, I'm talking a real bruh. I'm talking a guy that you can put your eyes on him and you can tell that man has smoked weed since he had a one in front of his
Patrick Mahomes Sr.
Hey, let me get a picture of Unc real quick. I want to take a look. I want to see what Unc looks like.
So that's mom. Okay. That's mom. That's Randy.
Pops look like
and listen. I'm just saying she's Trump hard, man, and you know that didn't just come up out of nowhere. Yeah. She is Trump hard. I mean,
so is Brittany. If we're
sure, but I'm just saying, yeah, sure. But they brought this dude, and yes, he's a professional athlete. He was a pitcher in Major League Baseball for years for the Mets and all this, but to think that this was not the plan for Randy's parents. I could tell you that. I could assure you right now, this was not the plan to bring this fool here. This fool, Patrick Mahomes Sr. That was not the plan.
Yo, he looks like Gilly and Wallow. I don't know if y'all know who Gilly is. I think, yeah, Gilly from Gilly and Wallow. They used to be rappers in New York or something like that, or Philadelphia, and now they have wow. Yeah, they have a podcast where they just talk about crazy shit.
Yeah. The $1 million. Look at him. That's you know he gets high as a kite. You know he been smoking a long. He's a
elite pitcher in Major League Baseball.
That was an awkward Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Hey, come on, dog.
They got married.
Damn, Randy, son. This is it. This is it. I guess. Him playing for the Mets and the Twins really made up for it. That had to
be hey.
He had a pretty successful career as a relief.
I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm just saying.
He's also had about 5 DUIs, I think. good.
Yes, but you know,
my guy likes to party. My guy likes to
some
party. That's cool.
problems.
And he is damn near tried to fight fans on a yearly basis at Arrowhead Stadium. But like, you know, that conversation that Jack Burns and Pam Burns were having in their bed when Gaylord Falker came in, and they figured out that was who was going to be. That was who their daughter brought home. I can't believe that Randy's parents didn't have that conversation.
All I'm saying is you can look at that man's eyes and know that he spit some top shelf game to that woman to get that shit working, bro.
Oh, she wanted it.
She was
intrigued. She was intrigued.
Top shelf, baby girl.
He was our friend Aaron Ladd, who I think works in Atlanta now, but he was at KSHB 41 here in Kansas City. And he had the famous quote after the Chiefs beat the Bengals, like after losing to them the year prior in the AFC Championship game. Following year, when they beat them in the AFC Championship game to go to another Super Bowl, he went up to Patrick Mahomes Sr. and got the quote, and he's smoking a stogie, and he was just like, "Oh, we're smoking on that Joe Burrow," and like while he's hitting a cigar.
That boy said we smoking on the Burrow pack, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
I just know when they were raising that young lady in Texas that this is not what they bargained for. This is not what they had in mind. Not at all. Hell, I don't know how many parents had this in mind, but this certainly was not what Randy's parents had in mind.
Hey, low key, he looks like the kind of guy you can go to at the corner store in the right neighborhood and be like, "Hey, man, spit me some knowledge," and he'll just give you the craziest little just the craziest story. And he'll be like, "Man,
you're out with Lucy.
Yeah, you're missing the gems, baby. You're missing the gems. I told you all these things in that little story." Like, man,
what do you think his malt liquor of choice is?
Oh God, hey, now you're getting wild, bro.
Is he Old English?
Nah, man. He used to be an MLB pitcher. He's smoking cigars and shit. You know that man is drinking whiskey. You know that man is drinking.
No. I listen.
Old English every now and then.
No, man. No.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but
the cigars.
He got a millionaire son, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, but you don't take the malt liquor out of it. Like I'm telling you right now, my dad, Dirty Red. Even if I got money and I start to take care of him, he's still gonna drink Bud Ice. He's still gonna drink maybe a Schlitz every now and then, right? Like he still might grab a Hams somewhere out of here.
Pull up with a King Cobra ready to go, ice cold King Cobra, little Steel Reserve. Oh yeah, I mean, shit, I can't get mad at it, bro. But I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And right now, as we sit in Texas, if Randy's parents are still alive, they blaming Nico's ass for this because this. Damn it, Nico! If you had traded Luka, I wouldn't be dealing with.
Hey. It is what it is, man. The grandparents should consider themselves lucky, man. They have arguably one of the greatest.
Oh, it's worked out.
You know, and I'm not even like a Kansas City fan, but I got to give respect where respect is due. Patrick Mahomes is up there, and they have a great grandchild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it worked out.
Everybody in that family just loves Patrick. They despise Jackson.
Yeah, they hate everybody.
Nobody likes Jackson.
I don't know how much they like Brittany. I don't know how much they like Pat Sr., but it's just him. He's holding this whole thing together. He's holding this whole family together.
Sometimes it got to be the linchpin that keeps the family together, man. Pat, he's doing it. He's doing what he's got to do. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Coming up a little bit later, we're going to have our first guest. We've been doing this about a month. We're going to have our first guest, a surprise guest coming up here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that.
Damn. I'm just waiting to say his name. I love saying his name, man.
I mean, I don't care if you say his name. It's Brandon Scott.
B. Scott from Hard Clark, baby.
There you go.
B. Scott from Hard Clark, boy.
He'll join us, and if you don't know him, you'll get to know him, and you'll get to know him a lot as we announce some things coming up a little bit later. But he'll join us coming up at the break. But if you roll with us every night, again, the cover story right now is Nico. It got worse. At every turn, because I do want to get to the heat check, but at every turn, this thing I believe has gone a lot worse than I believe Nico has anticipated. I don't think Nico thought that the reaction would be as bad as it was when he finally traded him. Hence, people at funerals mentioning his name in Dallas, that he would stop weddings and receptions that are happening. I don't believe he thought it was going to be that. I don't believe he thought that they were going to, at every home game, chant fire Nico. I don't think he saw that occurring. And tonight, I knew he thought, yeah, Luka probably get good, but I don't think he thought Luka would score 45 and AD would score 13. I don't believe he measured it up to be as bad as it is. So, oh my God, you think? I wonder if has his family turned on him? Like has his wife and his kids turned on him? Like, damn, Dad, why would you do this?
Of course.
Sir, they haven't turned on. Don't say of course. That is.
It's but if they know anything about the NBA, they're just like
if they know anything about the NBA.
Hey, look.
It's gonna be the NBA, they're like, hang on, what? You had one of the most versatile players in the league who was 25, 26 years old, and you traded him away for nothing. And on top of that, you kind of screwed him out of some money. Like, you were also kind of petty about it.
Look, it's gonna be like the scene from Baby Boy, my favorite scene with Snoop Dogg in it, where it's a little boy and he's like, "I hate you." He's talking to his dad, talking to Nico, and he's like, "I hate you too, little nigga." Like, it's got to be a fucking wonderful little family thing going on.
No, it is just a bit of it, though. It's a bit of you fuck this up because you know his job is on the hook soon. All right, we do it every night. Big O's heat check. Let's get a little heat check in.
All right, guys, for tonight's heat check. All right, so I'm minding my own business,
minding it.
Chill day. What's up?
I say, hell yeah, minding it.
Yeah, okay, minding it, just minding my own business, kind of doing my thing. I go to this place, get a pizza with pineapple on it. I have some little Gen Alpha weirdo kid come up to me. Did you just throw up in your mouth?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll let you go on the pepperoni. I'm just saying the pineapple on pizza.
No. You're the problem. You're the problem. See, Serda, I fuck with Serda.
I don't even think Serda does.
In your box. You're the problem.
It's just not. It's not for everybody's palate. But I cook in a way that maybe you just don't understand. I understand the language of food in a way that maybe you just
that's flex. Hold on, that's flex of just like to a refined palate. To a garbage palate like Ron.
this I cook bit that Serda has leaned into. It's really like he's Wolfgang Puck in this bitch.
I'm very good. Listen, I'm not. Am I a 5-star chef? No. Do I know a lot about cooking? Yes. Am I very confident on pizza? Yeah. Am I very confident in my abilities? Yes.
I didn't mean to hijack it. I just, when I hear pineapple and pizza, I react. But go ahead.
All right. Well, just like you, this little shit of a kid came up to me and was like, "Oh, dude, I hate pineapple on pizza. It's low key so gross. Blah 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 blah." And his little weird ass friend was just like, "Oh, it's a low key fire. I love that shit." Well, and so it's a weird day. So I decide today, because I couldn't really think of anything for this heat check for today, I decide to try and use ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT gives me the most dog shit hot takes I have ever seen in my life. And all I can get to thinking is they really say that AI is about to take our jobs, right? It's going to take our jobs. It's going to take everyone's jobs. It's not going to take my job. I think it's like at this point, like ChatGPT is like at maybe like a 5th grade reading level. But these Gen Alpha kids, they might be struggling. The jury's still out on that, man.
That's the problem, is that the young kids are just
the young kids are too stupid, and that thing is still at their reading level, dude. It's there. It's there. I don't know what they have going for them, man. Like I don't know where the baggy pants came from. It's ridiculous. They wear oversized everything. It looks ridiculous. They look like clowns. They talk like clowns. It's I don't know what they have going on, man. Like, but I feel like AI is definitely going to fuck them up. There's my heat check, Ron.
That was it.
You got that was it. I told you I could.
It's just AI is going to ruin the young generation.
It's just going to ruin the young kids, man. That's all I really got. Like that's all I can really think of.
On this. As someone who's not a parent, I feel like I am less than qualified to talk about this because I am not influencing the younger generation. But also, when I interact with young people and their inability to read, to have social and intellectual conversations, and just like articulate thoughts, I get worried because everybody just consumes everything in micro doses now. And that's not how things are meant to be consumed. Things are meant to be consumed. Like things are meant to be trying. Things are meant to take effort and time. And when you consume everything through 60-second TikTok videos, you just get dumber and you're not able to critical think anymore.
Yeah, but will the world move to fit that? It's doing it
moving towards whatever's most convenient for us at all times. And so it's going to just get dumber and dumber because being dumb and not stopping and processing things is more convenient than stopping and actually trying to like have thoughts about stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. Like it is made dumber. Like sometimes you have conversations with these kids. You're like, what the hell? What in the hell? But like, it's not going to
be number one example right now.
Like but it's not going to be like, I think where it's going to hurt them because I think, as I said, the world is going to fit to it and it is going to be the route. It's not like they're going to come into a world where all of a sudden they're going to be faced to not live life. Like, as you said, 60-second or a minute 20 TikTok videos or lifestyle. I think it will. I don't think it's going to crush people because that's where life is going to go.
You want to hear my conspiracy theory on just like this whole education thing in general? I feel like that my generation was the last generation in which they sold the idea of like, hey, go to college, get a degree, get a job. But I think they oversold it to people. So there were too many people with college degrees. I think they're trying to raise a working class. Like if you deal with HISD, Houston Independent School District whatsoever, the guy, Miles, I think Mike Miles is his name or something like that. He's completely gutted HISD as far as like their libraries, a lot of their programs, a lot of the money that was allotted for certain things. He's completely changed over the school district. And I've met teachers that are just like, yo, these kids are not getting any help at any of these schools now. And I feel like, this is like this is a small example of like a larger problem. I feel like they're just trying to figure out how to get more blue collar workers. They're always talking about how we don't have enough plumbers, electricians, construction people and stuff like that. I feel like this is their way to solve that problem.
I think and I think that is part of the idea of like, go to college and don't have to be a construction worker, don't have to be a plumber, like get a job that you want, that pays a lot of money, where you sit at a desk and you take a lot of time off and do whatever. But then it's also like the problem with like AI and us trying to like institute, it's not just like taking jobs away, it's the implementation of like AI to take away creativity and take away like complex thoughts and all the thought process that goes into like all of that stuff, where it's like, I could see a future where AI is like how we consume like creative thought process or whatever in short little tidbits on the internet, instead of having like thought-provoking stories and creative writing processes and everything that goes into all of that, that's made by people, because it's just easier to use AI, and then the people that are at the top just consume all of the billions and billions of dollars instead of having to pay anybody to do anything.
Osita,
what's up, Ron?
I think the thought is to thank Steve here, because that was a poor heat check. Now, Serda said
I do appreciate you. I appreciate Serda. I say this every day.
And Serda slid one past you with the response of, "That's it." If you missed that,
no, I caught that. I definitely caught that. But I knew I didn't have anything else, dude. I told you it was a very slow day.
Luckily, I've got some thoughts on AI that I have really been.
I think the point of the heat check isn't for me to get my crazy thoughts off. It's to continue the conversation between us two.
It's your heat check. I just got drunk. I thought we were going down a pizza and pineapple route. I was going to tell you, I'm not against. I don't know why I just went Canadian. I'm not against fruit on my pizza. I like a little sausage and smoked apple pizza. It's very good. But I thought we was going down there, and then you took it to another place, and then you had Serda say, "That's it." And I
classic misdirection.
I didn't know we were going to AI. And
classic misdirection.
Like,
no, it was
I have lots of thoughts on AI.
No, it wasn't a classic misdirection. It was a classic shit direction. All right, like and subscribe, Foolish Club Media. Go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe every single night, Sunday through Thursday. You will expect to have the craziness of the nightly fix. And one thing we want to do is if you ever listen to Foolish Club, we've got so much stuff for you, man. There's Beach Season every single week. There's Brian's World every week. There's Show and BK that comes out each week. Chiefs Concerns that comes out. Serda does the Daily Fix that comes out. There's so much, and there's much, much more, including our first guest. Hell, not our guest. Our first guest ever, Brandon Scott, who joins us in here. Look at B Skeezy right there. Hey. I mean, he's going Six Flags. Is that an Astro?
OG one too. That's an OG one.
Hey, straight from the parking lot, baby. Hey. Straight from the parking lot. They were not gonna tear down Astroworld and not have me with some kind of souvenir to put in my living room or bedroom or something like that. So that's the last piece of Astroworld that I got right here behind me. A $8 parking sign.
Well, it is cute. It is. It looks like it was stolen. All right, B Scott. We plan to do this. We plan to have and allow you all to meet some of our hosts and our contributors to Foolish Club Media, and this is the first one you will meet. And B Scott, kind of let them know your next move on Foolish Club Media.
Yeah, man. So I'm really excited to have the B Block be partnering up with Foolish Club Media. Got a lot of respect and affinity for what it is that y'all are already doing over there. or over here and want to bring the B block over to be a part of it and to be in the mix of it. I think that the brands and the personalities fit perfectly. If you like what's going on already at Foolish Club, what's already going on at the Nightly Fix and the other different franchises, like you mentioned, then you'll like what's going on at the B block. I would have fit perfectly into the Luka conversation from earlier, the Luka Doncic story and saga, even though the B block is going to be a podcast or is a podcast that has that is topical, sports topical with a Houston sports bent, the Luka Doncic being traded from Dallas Mavericks parallel is right in the wheelhouse of a Houston sports fan. Like, I mean, I cannot tell you how badly I want to share with y'all's audience the conflict of, hey, this is the dumbest, most ridiculous sports move that maybe I've ever seen. But also I'm relishing in Mavericks fans having to just like sit in it, just having to deal with it. And honestly, I don't wish this on my worst enemy, and Mavs fans are my worst enemy. But man, I cannot tell you how glad I am to watch this, like to witness this, them like having to kind of have to deal with losing one of their heroes. Again, I wouldn't wish it, but since it did happen, why not relish in it a little bit? So that's a perfect B block type of storyline, is to watch Luka cry real tears, but the tears be reflected in the Dallas fan base. Like that is just something that I would just eat up.
And then watch him, after he cried those tears, pull his dick out and put it on the middle of American Airlines Arena to the tune of 45 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And
somebody check Nico Harrison's the top of his head to see if there's a dent right there.
Yeah.
Just to see if there's a Luka imprint somewhere right there, just on the top of his head.
And now people want to fight AD because he waltzed out there with 13 and 11 points. They're looking at AD just the same. Damn, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to be out here with us. Now it is crazy, and that you would hear that on the B Block podcast, which will start next week. That will start next week. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you can get that new episodes every Tuesdays and Thursday. That right? They're right, Brandon. Every Tuesday and Thursday, right?
Every Tuesday and Thursday. And again, man, I cannot stress like how great of a parallel type of story that is. I mean, think about it. The Rockets, by the way, just secured the number 2 seed in the Western Conference not too long ago. Did that without even playing a game last night. Shout out to them. But think about this as a Rockets fan, right? You're sitting up and you look around at the teams that you hate the most, at your peers. You're like, man, the Spurs are building around Victor Wembanyama. Dallas is building around Luka Doncic. And the Rockets, they had the Jalen Green thing. They had the Alperen Sengun. But you're like, how do you compete with Luka to the north and Victor Wembanyama to the west? Well, one way you do it is to have some asshats out there in Dallas be willing to give away a ham sandwich and make life a lot easier on everybody else. And now the Rockets can waltz their way to a number 2 seed and not really have to worry about Dallas being in the mix. Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how this unfolds.
Ain't that a bitch that Anthony Davis has turned into a ham sandwich out here? Anthony Davis. All right, I do want to. I want to get to that. By the way, I need you to sit in with us because be thinking this through. Tonight, we decide the first movie. Serda's got to watch Black Movies Serda, and he's got to report back to us.
Like, do I have to watch, like, have a report ready tomorrow?
Every Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Give me some time here. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get hell. I'm giving you damn 7 days. Is that enough? Good God, dog, you need 2 weeks. Shit.
I'm busy. I can't watch as many movies. If it were up to me, I would watch multiple movies a day. I just don't have time.
Do you
have multiple books a week? I would watch multiple movies a day. I just, I'm busy.
Steve, do you have it in you to be able to? Is 7 days enough?
I mean, we'll see. If I got to pick and choose, maybe I.
All right, I'm gonna.
Hey, he could get through Baby Boy easily. And
I've seen Baby Boy.
You've seen Baby Boy. You've seen Baby Boy.
No, hey, it's gonna be harder.
I've seen a lot more than you would think, Brad.
No, it's gonna be hard. We found some stuff, but we got to as three and some of our people in the chat throw out black movies. I know we heard Dead Presidents last week. Throw out black movies. This is the first week.
Dead Presidents.
Okay, I know it. I'm just we got to work a little harder, right?
Yeah,
We're not starting.
I'm assuming Coming to America is already off the list. You've already seen Coming to America.
I've seen Coming to America.
I've got a couple. We know a couple in our mind. I've got a couple here. I know he hasn't seen The Wood, but we can save that one. I just think we can really brainstorm, but we're gonna do that before we get out of here because you got a week, and next Wednesday I want to hear an absolute full breakdown about said movie you watch. All right, but you brought up the Rockets, and this is Brandon Scott again. B Block Podcast starts on Foolish Club Media next Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Thursday, new episodes. So be checking it out at Foolish Club. The Rockets are the number 2 seed in the West. And this is a absolutely, like, this ain't a regular West. This is a West that is, I mean, the Lakers, Anthony Edwards, who went to the Western Conference Finals, they're in the 8th seed right now. And it's separated by 2 games from 3 to 8. Is that to you the biggest surprise, them being the 2 seed in the West? Is that the biggest surprise in the NBA to you?
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be. I don't know. I don't know even what would come close to being a second like it. And think about it. This will even answer your own question. Think about it. Pretty much everybody acknowledges that Oklahoma City as the 1 seed can not only go to the finals, but perhaps win the finals, right? I think most people who follow basketball are like acknowledging Oklahoma City has a chance. Even if you're not picking them, they've got a chance to win the championship.
Absolutely.
No one is saying that about the team that's directly right behind them, right? No one is saying that about the Rockets. Like, cute story, cool little thing that Ime Udoka's doing there. Oh, they got some stars that might be interesting to pay attention to, but nobody's talking like that. Go over to the Eastern Conference, right? And it probably depends on how much you actually believe in the East or anyone beyond the Boston Celtics. But I feel like Cleveland and Boston have both gotten, for the most part, some level of respect. Like I think that for the most part, people believe in Boston because they're the defending champions. And then Cleveland has actually just done the whole number 1 seed thing. And It's hard to discount the number 1. But when you're on the other side and you're number 2 and you're not proven, it's been real easy to just make them be like this cute story, but an easy out. And I think they're one of the more disrespected number 2 seeds that you'll find. There have been others in the past, but they're one of the more disrespected number 2 seeds that you'll find. And I don't think it's without merit or unwarranted necessarily. I get the reasons why. But I think it has a lot to do with how we talk about teams and less to do with how much we actually watch the teams and what they actually are out there producing. Because the Rockets, the West is weird because you got just a bunch of matchup, afraid matchup sort of situation where one team might seem like they're better than the other team, but they're a bad matchup for the next one. And that's essentially what you're looking at with everyone, really Oklahoma City included. I know we talk about the cluster of teams that all have the same record, but Oklahoma City's right there in terms of teams or a team that could be a bad matchup or have a bad matchup with another team.
Well, especially after this last week. Yeah. OKC has looked a lot different when their games against the Rockets and those 2 games against the Lakers. They've looked a lot different. Only thing that I would challenge is, hey man, I ain't see that Detroit thing coming. That Detroit thing is the only and by the way, I dare to go here. Osita and Serda. How many Rockets players can you guys name right here? Can you give it?
I have not.
Great. I love this.
0.
You've already played this game with me, dog. Like you were
I haven't paid attention to the Houston Rockets since they traded James Harden.
I thought you were going to say Akeem Olajuwon. I didn't know where you were going with this thing.
No, I just don't know who plays for the Rockets. The number 2 seed? I had no idea.
Yeah.
We got Thompson for sure. Green, Sengun.
Come on, you can give me a Fred VanVleet and a Dylan Brooks, man. Y'all
You
know
can't
Dylan.
just give him to him.
They got Fred VanVleet. I should know that. Wichita State, shocker.
We just says Wichita State, shocker. But I love doing this with Steve. But the Detroit Pistons thing, they were like they had lost 25 or something in a row last year.
But see, I saw the path to that though, because maybe not to this degree, but I did believe in Cade Cunningham. Like I didn't need to be sold on Cade. He didn't need to do this year to have me sold on him. He just needed to get healthy, and I thought that once that happened, there was a path for them to be decent in the East. But we're talking about in the vaunted Western Conference, man, where Jokic is still alive, where Luka is on the Lakers, where Jimmy Butler is now playing with Steph Curry, and all of these and of course Anthony Davis. You mentioned Anthony Edwards and what he did last year, and like it's just a gauntlet over there in the Western Conference. And my whole thought about the Rockets going into this year with, hey man, it would be an accomplishment to be a 6 seed. To not just be a play-in team, but to comfortably position yourself into the playoffs would be a success story. And they went out there and got the goddamn number 2 seed. Like that to me is shocking. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Even the most optimistic, rose-colored lens glasses, glass half full type of fan, Homerish type of fan wouldn't have said that. Nobody.
I'll be honest with you. I am surprised that they didn't get walked down. And they kind of did, but they got back into it. Like when Luka, that trade was made and Nico lost his mind. And he made that trade. By the way, a show of thoughts. Y'all think Nico regrets that move yet? Or do you think he's still in the thing of like, no, that was the right basketball move. That was the right move. I'd do it again.
There's no way.
When he did it, he regretted it. But he did it, and he was like, it's right. It's gonna work out. Like yes, like pumping himself up. And then as soon as he did it, he was like, oh fuck, I can't believe it.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. How much hookah would Victor Wembanyama have to smoke for the San Antonio Spurs to even entertain the idea of trading this guy? How much hookah would have to be in his hands?
He'd have to show up looking like Zion before a training camp or something.
And I still wouldn't do anything. He could do as much coke as Michael Irvin did, and I still wouldn't do anything.
What I'm saying is, with Luka, I would have found a way. It's so funny how people look at a thing, because I would have found a way to market the whole he's fat and he's smokes hookah. Like we would have had a section at American Airlines or whatever the hell they're calling the arena out in Dallas these days. We would have had a section called Luka's Hookah. Like we would have played that shit up.
Marketing genius.
Marketing
genius, B. Scott.
Get this Luka's Hookah up in here, because our star player that's taking us to the final happens to like hookah and beer. We would have had a sponsored beer. We would have made a joke out of it.
That's pretty good.
And we would have continued to try to go to the finals. But no, like if he doesn't regret it, then I mean, shame on him.
Luka's Hookah. Damn, that's
Luka's
pretty good,
Hookah, baby.
Man. I hate I had thought of that one myself.
Luka's Hookah. I don't know why they didn't trade him. No, we've got a great player and a marketing shtick here. What are we doing?
They may have been doing that, and then Nico just out of nowhere just did it. And then
Nico, what about Luka's Hookah, dog? When we had Luka's Hookah coming, and you didn't got rid of half the gimmick.
Yeah,
all we got is hookah now.
That's wild. Brandon Scott again. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, B Block Podcast, Foolish Club Media. It will be released and start coming up next Tuesday. So be out on the lookout for that. First pod coming up under Foolish Club. It's been established. He's been doing this thing. Some tweaks to it from what you've heard, but it will be in his brain, Houston-based a bit. But I'm certain he will not let topics like LeBron James being the first athlete to get a Ken doll which is $75 that I am going to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase.
You're gonna buy
you already, bro. You know that's already in his. It's already in his Amazon cart, bro. You already know that.
Before the show is over, you'll hear the doorbell ring, and that'll be somebody delivering that bag.
It's gonna be right here.
He for sure pre-ordered it.
It's gonna be right. It's gonna be right here, and I don't feel bad about it. All right, people get bobblehead dolls, and I got me a Ken doll of LeBron. It's history.
Ain't nobody judging you here, bro. You're surrounded by people who
love you. I feel like you are. It's all right.
It's all right.
But all right, let's get here. Suggestions from people on the chat as well. You could jump in on this. Serda, we stumbled into this last week, and we were proud of Steve. I told y'all with my day job show, I was disappointed. I thought maybe this was a two America situation that I didn't know we were stumbling on. I didn't know that there were white people over the age of 30, 35, especially a white person who has spent a lot of time in black locker rooms that had not just seen it, but never even heard of the movie Baby Boy. And so then Serda, who has to play our resident Hispanic and white because he is half Hispanic and half white, we had to go with him and say, is it two Americas? And Steve stepped up for his people and came out and said, not only have I seen, I'll do you one better, I remember Tyrese blowing the back out of.
I've seen it several times. I had it on DVD. One of my relatives worked at Blockbuster, and so we got the previously viewed DVDs at Blockbuster. Used to be able to buy for cheap. I'd get those for like $2. So I just had like stacks and stacks.
Hell yeah.
I've seen unbelievable amounts of movies because of that.
That's so also when they played on cable quite a bit. Like that came on BET.
Oh, yeah, for real.
I mean, like they played it out.
Day.
Yeah. Taraji, he had Tyrese. I just wanted him to name an actor because I just not say I didn't trust him, but I needed more proof, and he gave us proof. And then we came to a point where like, yo, we need to make Steve watch Black Star Powers. So Steve, every Wednesday, Black Movie Serda, every Wednesday, he's got to watch and report from a movie. So I think we go around the horn. Us black folks, you don't get suggestions, Steve. You just have to accept it. But I say we go around the horn. Folks on the chat, you could throw out what black. Now, Steve has seen more than most, right? I believe Steve has gotten Love and Basketball. He's seen that. I think Steve has seen Brown Sugar, right? He's seen Menace to Society, which blew Osita away. He's got some in the tank. But what black movie? This is the first one. What black movie? I got one.
I got one too. I got one ready to go.
So we'll let the guests go first. Brandon Scott, what's your suggestion? What black movie do you feel like? And we got to keep a tab here of the ones we know he ain't seen. But what black movie you throwing out there as a nomination for Steve to go see?
Man, now knowing that he's seen so many, I feel like he's seen my nomination, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway because I think it would be right up his alley. I'm gonna go Higher Learning.
Oh, he's got Steve. You've seen that.
I think I have seen Higher Learning. Hang on, I gotta look it up.
Oh no,
I have. Yeah.
If he ain't seen Remy, like he'd have seen Remy.
It's I could picture it, and then I had to. I watched that with my mom when I was a child. Like I remember watching it. Me and that's what I've tried to explain this to my girlfriend. Like her son hadn't seen an R-rated movie until like the past year of his life, and he like just turned 13. My mom took me to R-rated movies when I was like 5 years old. Like we didn't go see children's movies. My mom took me to see whatever the fuck she wanted to see. So I've seen lots of stuff.
It's like I'm seeing it, he's seeing it. It is what it is.
Okay. How about this? Boomerang.
Ooh.
I've seen Boomerang.
He's definitely seen Boomerang.
I don't know about this game. I don't know about this game, bro.
I got one. I definitely got one. I got one.
All right, you go. We'll come back to Brandon. I got one too. Go ahead.
Okay. I think this movie's going to be perfect because he's also so Serda is a fan of music.
Oh, actually, I actually misunderstood. I don't think I've seen Boomerang. Boomerang.
Okay.
I was thinking.
You ever seen Boomerang?
Oh, that's a great one.
Boomerang. There was an early '90s Denzel movie with John Lithgow that is not Boomerang, apparently, that I was mistaking it for.
No, that's Virtuosity or something like that.
No. Denzel, John Lithgow.
Well, we know that. So Boomerang is on the
Ricochet.
table.
That's the movie.
Ricochet. No, not even close.
I don't think I've seen Boomerang.
We're talking Eddie Murphy. We're talking
I don't think I've seen Boomerang.
We're talking Love Should Have Brought Your Ass Home Last Night. Is what we're talking. Well, that's what we're talking. So Boomerang is on the table. This is beautiful. Okay, we got Boomerang on the table. Go ahead, Osita.
Okay, so he's a fan of music. He's also a fan of like really great directors. This movie was directed by Hype Williams. If you don't know who Hype Williams is, he directed all the badass music videos in the early '90s and stuff like that. My nomination is Belly. It's a perfect gangster flick.
Yeah. I know ain't seen Belly.
It has DMX and Nas, beautifully shot. It's actually really, really beautifully shot.
You guys mentioned this the other night. I haven't seen it. Sounds right up my alley.
I think it's right up your alley, dog.
Interested in watching it.
How do you want it? How do you need it?
There's also I've also seen so many things that we also run the risk of me starting to watch something and within 20 minutes being like, oh, I've seen this before.
Oh, we're gonna watch it again then.
You're gonna watch it and report it. All right. So we got Boomerang and we got Belly. Steve, have you ever seen Juice?
Oh, I had that one. I was gonna go with Juice.
Of course, I have seen Juice. He's definitely seen Juice. If you've seen Medicine Society, you've seen Juice, bro.
I just didn't. I didn't know if you see. I didn't know if you seen Bishop.
Juice used to be when you actually had to have cable and flip through the channels. BET was always right after MTV, and Juice was just on all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've seen Juice 25 times probably.
All right. I'm gonna slide comedy here. Have you ever seen Deliver Us from Eva?
Oh wow,
that's a curveball.
You ain't seen it.
It sounds familiar. I feel like I'm familiar, but have not actually ever watched it. No, I don't think I've ever watched it.
All right, I will throw. Oh, we got a lot here. We got a lot here. And Steve, you have to agree. Okay, I'm telling you right now. You are going to get Tyler Perry in here, Steve, and you have to agree. And you have to watch.
No, I feel like that should be the rule. It doesn't.
No.
Tyler Perry movies. I don't like Tyler Perry. I don't.
Madea is a black staple, sir.
I don't want to watch his movies.
No, you may have to. No, Daddy's Girls may make an appearance.
I don't think I've seen an Ice Cube movie outside of Deep Blue Sea. If I'm being.
You never seen Friday? You're tripping.
Yeah, you've definitely seen Friday.
Or not Ice Cube. Fucking LL Cool J.
Oh, Tyler Perry?
LL Cool J.
Oh, wait. LL Cool J. Yeah.
So we got it here. We got Deliver Us from Eva, Boomerang. So them are two kind of rom-coms. And then we got Belly.
I would vote for Belly because I am all about a crime movie.
All right, all right. We can start with Belly. We got two that we know we hadn't seen. We can start with Belly. Belly, that's DMX, that's Nas. I mean, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be ready for State Property after that.
Oh, for real, State Property with Beanie. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, I know you ain't seen that.
I gotta get a free subscription to Stars to watch Belly.
Again, like, and hold on, we've got to figure out what it is. Like, I want to get a breakdown, but I don't want to just get wonky with it. I want to get specific things that you're looking for.
I'll write it. All right.
Oh, you're gonna write it. All right. Hey, you're creative. You're a film buff, a film fool. I'm sure you're jumping. I do. One thing I do want to get your should have been Academy Award rating. Like, should it have been a nomination? Like, is this a movie that you feel should have been nominated? Because I'm gonna tell you, most of these black movies ain't get nominated. And then we slid in here a little bit here. Slid in here.
Obviously, the Tyler Perry ones.
Yeah.
No, but you can't go into it with this. You're going into it with the I'll pee all over it.
I don't do that. I go into every movie hoping to be surprised, and I'm not somebody that's like, oh, it got shitty reviews, so it must be a shitty movie. No, I can go into a movie with my own perspective and be pleasantly surprised by what I'm not saying it's going to change my view on the world.
At the risk of sounding anti-black here, I'm going to say this.
What are you about to say?
It does feel like the insistence on him watching a Tyler Perry film is bullying. It does feel like bullying.
I'm just saying.
Because I think Serda.
I know I'm not going to enjoy them, and I've gone out of my way my entire life to not watch them. And I
just think that Diary of a Mad Black Woman would be a really good watch for Serda.
Now I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that is the case. I don't think
I saw Big Mama's House and Big Mama's House 2 in theaters. If that makes you feel any better. I feel like that's Tyler Perry.
But no, that's not Tyler Perry.
No.
Listen, there are some. Listen, I'm going to tell you. Yes, Tyler Perry has a notion to have films that you see coming a mile away, and you see the plot and you're not surprised at all. But there are some that are better. I'm not saying to try to bully him, Brandon. I'm just saying there might come a time where I can do bad by myself, might make it into this thing, and he may have to slide into that. Daddy's Girl, I think Girls has been at more of the tippy top portion of the Tyler Perry stuff.
We gotta get a solid dozen.
No, what? Hey, I thought of a really good one though.
Before a
we'll save it and remember it.
To watching a Tyler Perry movie.
We got Belly for next week. I can't wait to hear this because Belly, I'm really interested in hearing your assessment of Belly.
I'm just saying, sir. I'm only gonna give you black movies that I would also watch myself.
Okay, thank you,
and so which means them Tyler Perry movies probably not gonna make my list.
You ain't watched Daddy's Girls.
I've watched it. Would I recommend it? Would I say, hey, sir, man, you should go watch Daddy's Girl? Hell no, I would not. Would not do that. Now, if we were to extend this to the plays. I do think some of those plays would be worth Serda's time.
I was just gonna say, get the plays on bootleg, dog.
Hey, now the plays would be worth your time.
About that.
Woo!
Hey,
we live the same life back in the day.
Way, but that's not the game we playing. We're doing movies.
Yeah. So Belly, next week, Belly, I want to hear your assessment of Belly. Belly is it's a strong one. You gotta be ready for you.
I'll find a way to watch it.
Yeah, I know you will.
I'm excited. I've seen so many things. You have no idea how much homework I have to do to find things that I just haven't seen. So I'm excited.
we know you cook and we know you watch movies. Steve, we've got it.
He's Take us home. Yes, I was going to say he's a bohemian man. He does all these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take us home, Osita. Before Steve does something worse.
Well, speaking of a little bit of movie-worthy black magic, back in high school, I was in love with a red-haired French girl, and